Now it's time for my story. My story deals with the man who used to live in that old dilapidated house behind those trees. We're not supposed to be this close to it because many strange things happen around here. He was a farmer with his family, wife and 2 children. He was an evil man. Ugly and mean. He'd beat his wife, and brutally punish his children. He'd drink at the tavern and fight all the time. He once had a piece of his nose bitten off in a brawl and didn't feel a thing. It was a night like tonight, many, many years ago. Wait a minute. Now that I think about it, it was the same night as tonight. The woods, quiet and dark. The farmer, for no apparent reason, went stark, raving mad. He walked into his bedroom with an axe in his hand and chopped his sleeping wife into little pieces. Then, with his bloodlust awakened, he walked down the hall to his son's room and took an axe to him, and he still wasn't finished. He walked across the hall to his daughter's room, and without so much as a word, he chopped her into little pieces too. Then he calmly walked into the tavern, lifted the bloody axe onto the bar, and ordered himself a beer. Well, it wasn't long before the town found out what happened, and when it did, it was all over for the mad farmer, or so they thought. 10 men jumped him and dragged him screaming to the nearest tree, where they quickly looped a thick rope around his neck and hoisted him high into the air. One of them grabbed the bloody axe and swung it at the farmer's head, leaving a deep, bloody gash on the side of his face. They left him there, hanging for dead. Next morning, when they went to cut him down, he was gone. It was then they noticed the bodies of his wife and children were missing, and their bodies have never been found.
Oh, Max, come on. How could their bodies never be found? I mean, where could they be?
I don't know, Richie. All I do know is that on certain nights, when the moon is full, he's out there stalking in the woods, searching for people so he can chop their heads off with an axe or hang them from a tree.
You're trying to be funny or something. What's this farmer's name anyway?
Richie, I have a good reason I haven't told you his name. A very good reason. You see, it is said also that if you say his name above a whisper in the woods, he will hear you, because he can be anywhere, anytime. And if he hears you call his name, he'll come for you. And if he comes for you, he'll get you. One by one, you'll start to fall before night's over. I'll get you all. His name is Madman Marz.
What do you say? I couldn't hear him.
His name is Marz. Madman Marz.
Hey, Marz! Madman Marz! Here we are! Come and get us, Madman! The Madman Marz!
Oh, Richie, now you've done it. Don't you realize you're fooling with things beyond your control? The Madman Marz doesn't understand anymore. The Madman Marz thinks you're making fun of him. He didn't mean it, Marz! He's young and foolish. He doesn't know what he's doing. Stay where you are. We mean you no harm. Let's hope that stopped him in time. If not, no one is safe in the woods tonight. Anyone alone in the woods, you can't hear him. You can't see him. You smell this odor of death. And you turn around, and suddenly, this horribly mutilated face stares down at you. It's the last thing you see before zap! Off goes your head.